Hello YouTubers. Well, of course, my school days finished and I got my Cambridge O-level certificate. Fairly average sort of results. I think I got good marks in biology and English and metalwork. And of course now I was looking forward firstly to the holidays and then into the place of work. Um, the holidays were good, a little bit different from previous holidays in that I would be 16 in a month and get my driving license and be able to legally ride my motorbike on the road. And I had a friend who left school from the sort of vocational training at 14, and he had been working in a motorcycle dealers as a mechanic for a couple of years, and he acquired a machine from the dealer that wasn't worth repairing for resale, and we spent a long time that summer repairing it and putting it into good order, and we spent many lovely days, as much as the petrol rationing would allow, touring around the east coast of Norfolk. And so the holidays were very good, and I looked forward to work, and I sort of assumed that I would be working with my dad. He had educated me from a very young age into the skills of butchery, and I just assumed that that would be what would be happening. But he advised me that with the certificate of education that I would be able to get a job as a professional, and told me all of the advantages that professional people have over the ordinary working people. And so, well, I don't know whether I was very pleased about that or not. But the time came when he told me that there was a position going within a local authority public health department. How he knew this, I have no idea. And that he had arranged that I should attend an interview, well, whatever the date was. So that is what I did. And my mother pressed my trousers, provided me with a clean shirt, and I presented myself on the due date to the chief medical officer of this rural district council offices. I was quite surprised when I entered that she had her lovely greyhound dog lying beside her. And it just raised its eyes and head as I came in, and took no more notice really. She was called Dr. Green, and the first impression was that she would be a very severe lady. She had quite a long face, high cheekbones, and her hair pulled back into a bun, but it was just the opposite that happened actually. And she invited me to sit down and ask for my O-level results, which she studied for quite a long time. And then she asked me a lot of questions, I forget what, but it then occurred to me, she told me about sort of what the job entailed, and it occurred to me then that what they were doing was sort of like an apprenticeship, if you like, in that they would be training me to be a public health inspector. Well, I had no desire to be a public health inspector. What was more important to me was, did I get paid for it? Well, yes, I found out, not from her, but I found out that of course I did. And So I entered the I got a letter about a week later saying that they would offer me the position, and I started work about a week later. It turned out actually to be quite good in that I went out with the public health inspectors on their daily duties and did all sorts of interesting things, going out with a theodolite and taking levels in order to produce a water supply to a village, went to farms to inspect dairies, shops in town and restaurants to inspect the kitchens and things, and I did become very interested in it, and eventually that is the profession that I followed. But so that was 2 years, from the age of 16 to 18. But of course, at 18, there was the dreaded brown envelope that would come through the door to tell you that you had been conscripted to go into the forces and were to attend for your medical. But that's another story for another time. So for the moment, as always, goodbye. From London and other cities that were bombed, children were evacuated to places of safety in the countryside, um, each of them carrying their suitcase and, of course, their gas mask in their little cardboard box. And it must have been terrible for parents to send their children away like that, not knowing when they might see them again. But it happened, and many of them were very happy in the places that they were billeted to.